Why don't you tell me why you believe your stepdaughter owes you $2,400 in payments?
The reason I feel that she does owe is, according to the evidence in Exhibit A, is the contract.
Between you and the defendant. And essentially, what does the contract provide?
The contract defines the purchase of the vehicle, the terms of the purchase, including, if necessary, repossession of the vehicle. Right. What led to this was she previously had a car she had financed through a bank. She claims her car was stolen. No, it was not stolen, it was repossessed. Later on, it was located at a repo yard in Redmond.
So to make a long story short, she's had a history of having difficulties in paying for cars and taking care of them.
Correct.
And that's why you had her sign this rather detailed contracts in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, due to the fact that my personal property.
Did she stop making the payments?
Yes, they did.
And how much is remaining on the payments that she would owe you?
The remaining payments is what you have.
$2,400?
$2,400.
And why did you stop making the payments?
So we did all the research we did and found out they did not pay the full $4,000 for the car, which is what we agreed on, is they were going to spend that money on a car.
Well, I don't see it at all in the written document.
It was just a verbal thing that we did.
So you feel they committed a fraud on you by paying less for the car that you ultimately ended up with, am I right?
Yes.
So now the car stops working. Why do you feel that you are absolved of your responsibility to pay for the car because it stopped working?
They told me it was going to be a good running car. It'd get me, a couple of good years. And then when
this particular contract specifically says, as is.
Yes.
No warranties.
As family, when they promised verbally, that's what, we kind of expected.
So now we come to the second part of the plaintiff's case. You have custody of this young boy.
Yes, we have she has guardianship.
What happened with the complaint made against you about child abuse?
It was actually dismissed.
Is the boy still with you?
Yes.
Are you continuing to provide visitation opportunities for the defendant?
She actually has cut off all ties since our last court hearing of her custody. I've tried reaching out and nothing.
Is that true?
No, that is not true at all.
What is your version of this?
So we did do the court, but I have not seen him since July 7th when I did receive a text message, which is on page 12, where she said I will no longer see him with DHS being involved.
And is this part of the basis of your countersuit against the plaintiff?
Yes, because my son has mentioned he has wanted to live with me, so we are in the process of revoking her guardianship.
Just to Walda.
In your answer, Ms. Dean, you claim that Mr. Seifert told you that there were a couple faulty things with the car and that Mr. Hebert couldn't drive it, and he also put a tracker in it. Is that true?
I did put a tracking device in it to keep track of where it was in case I did have to repossess the vehicle. I did notify him of it.
Why do you care who drives it if she's paying you a car note?
At the time, he did not have a driver's license when she first had the car.
Okay.
I was kind of keeping a tight leash because I didn't trust her no further than I could throw a big boulder.
What were the faulty things with the car?
The faulty part was actually on the trunk. It was missing a key deal where you had to use a screwdriver to open the trunk. What I've heard from a lot of other sources and seen is Josh was also driving the car like a race car and ended up blowing 3 of the piston heads.